Hey. Oh, thank you for the early like. I rarely get those. I seriously appreciate it. Yay. Thank you so much. Also, I keep forgetting to say thank you every so often because I'm scrambling around. But thank you for those of you who subscribed. Thank you for 40K subscribers. I would like it a little more. No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Even though originally my intent for this channel was for my art stuff, it didn't pan out. And unlike most, if not all, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who does this. Unlike most other artists, hobbies, whatever, I took a totally different approach of putting 1950s Korean War short movies as reels and not reels, as shorts. And those, I guess, exploded to what we have now. I should probably do some art in relation to those war shorts, but I'm not very good at those, but that does not mean it's not off the table entirely. So let me know in the comments or DM me on Instagram as the Delion. Still the same thing, one word, just the at the beginning, the Delion, lowercase. Let me know what you want because I don't know. Or maybe I could put it as a post. What do you call it? The community polls. Yeah, that would be something to consider. I did get some reception last time, which was really great feedback for me. So yeah, even though recently my art stuff has kind of been tanking, I heard online, at least on threads, that I guess there are some algorithm changes or updates going on. So what I was receiving now is even less than before. I was like, oh, it can't get any lower. What else is there? -6? Like, how much lower of the views do I? But the other thing is, while I do whine and complain about my views and followers and all that stuff on Instaland, at the same time, I try not to prioritize the algorithm, the woes of the algorithm. I mean, while I do complain about it, it's not enough to deter me to stop painting. That I think that part, like, I'm not letting that take over my mindset to paint or do art stuff for whatever reason. Hold on, I need paper towel. But where is it? Oh. Okay, it's something. And they left. So I don't let that, tear me down and be like, I'm not motivated because I don't get enough followers. I'm not motivated because I only get like 5 views in 5 days. But at the same time, it can get disheartening for those, you're pressured into not having that safety net of Instagram just being a photo only app. You have to now include bells and whistles. You have to have like keywords in reels. You have to do this and that, use songs, use different tactics. You have to engage more, which I think a lot of people who are very introverted don't like to do. Even this with a live stream, I never thought of myself ever doing it because I'm supposed to talk. I'm like, what the hell do I talk about? How am I supposed to engage? I don't even like engaging in real life, but at least with online, it's not too invasive if you don't let it get invasive. So I think on threads, I was suggesting for some people who were like, what am I doing wrong? How can I get more traction? How can I get more followers and blah, blah, blah. And then, I was just sympathizing with them and saying like, I'm sorry, I'm like in the same boat, except I get a lot more activity, but I didn't mention about the war shorts because I don't think, like, what does that have to do with my art? What does that have to do with my brand? Nothing. I don't give a shit. I post what I want. That's it. As long as your name does not have to be super specific, like arts channel something. It's just a name, like my name. Just that's my name, and I chose it that way in particular because I do different things. I change my mind a lot. Okay, and there's it depends if there's anything wrong with that. But if it works, it works. And the war shorts work for me. And I think it's kind of funny. But it is kind of low key sad that I did not garner this much subscribers due to my art alone. That would be great. I'm not that good, okay? I like to think that I'm good at art, but I'm not a prodigy. I'm not doing photorealistic art. I'm not doing ginormous passion projects as like billboards and murals. I don't do that. I don't do sculptures and very elaborate, intricate. I just draw in sketchbooks and paint on weird things and call it a day. And it's more like for a hobby. I think that's what a lot of people online, I notice, they don't have enough hobbies. And so they think they go online and start talking about airing out dirty laundry, essentially, like from dating to marriage to divorces to cheating. And it's like, can you get a hobby? You don't have to air out every single damn thing just because they say, oh, you should go on Reddit and post your dirty ass laundry on the internet for people to judge you and call you weird names and harass you on, in private messaging. You don't have to do that. They're not like hog tying you down and making you post your unmentionables online. You don't. Okay. But they feel like they're inclined to. They're like, oh, I did not expect for this to blow up. Oh my God, those keywords I've watched too many of those Reddit stories transfer to YouTube enough to know which ones are fake and which ones, well, you have to kind of watch enough to know the keywords of what stories are just tailored just for clicks. Like when they always talk about my world came shattering down when I found out about my betrayal from my wife who was sleeping around with her coworker. Like so many of those stories are there. And like, I don't know what the future holds for me, but it does look a lot more brighter than it was earlier. I'm like, oh my God. They always have those keywords. Just listen to them enough. And you're like, oh, that's a fake story. But even the beginning, they retell the story as if they're telling a story, like they're writing something, like writing a really crappy middle school novel in a way. Like, oh, Rachel closed her eyes with much calm, and you're like, shut up. That's not a person doesn't talk like that. That's fake. Anyway, I need to not watch those things anymore. They do kind of make your brain into mush if you watch too much of that. At least sometimes when I do listen to them, I'm doing other art stuff. So it's kind of like background noise, not me genuinely listening to it, because I've heard enough of the stories to go, oh, okay, I heard that one before. Next. Let's see. So do I paint this side? I don't have to. Let's let this dry. Also, meanwhile, I don't know if I'll actually catch up on that because this gesso kind of takes a while to dry. I can show in a bit my progress. I think I showed on Instagram, but not here. Oh gosh. And then I'm also starting another painting. I can't show all of it because it's kind of huge. And they left. And so it's this. I painted on this giant canvas thing from Disney's Frozen. It said Family Forever, I think. And let's see about that. I just paint over it. I have plans for this one. I found a picture I wanted to try painting. It looked like a lot of fun. It has blues and pinks and the mixture of purple. So I am always a sucker for that color scheme. I will most likely try to paint it. It's going to be similar to one of my other paintings, but I don't care because I like it a lot. So, I am finally getting around to doing a little bit more art, but it's going to be a bit slower because, like I mentioned in the title, I've been dealing with BMW. I mean, Black Myth Wukong. I just thought it was so funny that also can be BMW, but it is what it is. Okay, you can dry off here. Okay, so I'll show the sketchbook first, then I will resume my update with Black Myth Wukong. So I think I won't show all of it because go check on my Instagram for more details. And this one, I don't like this one. Sorry, I'm trying to be picky. I keep hearing that it's Latino Heritage Month, but I also heard that it's also Filipino American Heritage Month. So I'm kind of confused as to what month it is. Like, what? I don't know. I don't know. I did not grow up learning about we had a month for Filipinos and until like recently. And I guess I wasn't part of the club to be given the memo, but whatever. So anyway, I started off with Lapu Lapu. He's not from my family's um, province, but it's fine. He's like considered one of the national heroes that um, destroyed Ferdinand Magellan. But yeah, I based this off like a image of him when he was much older, and so I decided to young him up. But I think I might have made his eyes a little bit more big than I expected to have, but it kind of worked. Some areas were kind of off. I was not too keen on drawing the tattoos just because it was kind of blurry, so I kind of just made do with what I have. I did not like the headscarf, but other than that, I like his face. It looks pretty cool. And yeah, I never drew him before, so this is my first time trying to draw him. I think originally I tried to make a smaller version of this, but then it just looked ugly, and so I just zoomed in on his face, and I liked this a lot better. I might actually try to make a whole full body version, but I don't know yet. I'm not very confident. And then we have Overlord Mudang. Because I lived in China, I would see this as the sound. They have a weird way of pronouncing words. Don't ask me, okay? Ask them. So I've been calling him Mudang, but it's actually Mudang, I think, or Modang. I don't know, but I like hippos a lot. I also like pygmy hippos a lot, and they look very cute, and so I drew her. That's a girl, right? Yeah. And then I also tried to do Inktober. I had a good start, even though I was very hesitant about the themes because it was basically outdoorsy, hiking, trek. Bleh, I don't hike. I was not forced to, but I was begrudgingly encouraged to try hiking in China. Don't do that unless you really like, oh my God, they have crazy ass mountains there. And I only went on one of like the 6 or 7 mountains they had in the local city. I'm like, one's enough. Where's that gondola? I'm so glad they had a gondola anyway. So one of the first things they had for, oh, hey there. One of the first things they had was backpack. And then I had this thing for chubby animals wearing backpacks. Yes, I remember. I drew him and then I put him away. I forgot where he went. Is he in my sketchbook? Yeah, I could tell from the title a little bit by the Vikings. So I tried to wait. Where's the sketchbook? Because I think I drew that request in the sketchbook. And after that, I'm gonna stop because you already have more requests. I only said 2. I cannot just give people whatever they want because I don't have a job with my art stuff. Okay, I can't because I knew someone who did that. Just draw whatever I want, and I just pay you in food. But at least I got something out of that, I guess. Okay, so I think I drew in here. I don't remember. Oh, I did. Okay. Oh, something got stuck on here. Dang it. So I did this. So that's it. That's all I got. It was interesting. I can admit that much. Is that enough? Okay, because I gotta resume what I'm doing. So I did that. And then anyway, the Inktober thing. There were some things about Inktober I did not like. It was like only black and white. And originally I was for that. But recent years, I have been tired of black and white. I wanted more color. As you can see here with my rainbow skull head here. I kind of want to paint my little skeleton, but I don't know yet. And no, I'm not real. I did buy costumes yesterday, so technically I am ready for Halloween, and yet I'm also kind of swamped with things. So it's like yes and no. But yeah, I like little animals, and if I have an excuse to incorporate them into my work, into things I don't care about, that just makes things a lot better. And the other thing about Inktober is I wanted colored ink, so I went and got fine liners, not just because of Inktober, just because I need to replace the other one I gave to my mom. She used it for her own coloring projects. And so for me, what did you get? As for me, I had some ideas. Like this one was for Discover, and I discovered Emoji Kitchen so late in the game, but I don't care. It gave me ideas for Zashiki Buddha. I am down for that. So one of the things I did was like the pig icon and a spider, and I got whatever the heck this is, and I just replaced the regular pig with Zashiki Buddha. I don't know if it's cute, but now it exists. And then because of Black Myth Wukong, I like him. He's funny. Oh, that's cool. Michael Myers is, yeah, he's a total classic from the 70s, late 70s, I think. Oh, blood. Oh, okay. Going for the violent route. Have fun with that. That's cool. And then for this one, yeah, this doesn't make it any better. It's like a headless monk who wanders around in chapter 2 singing this interesting song about, I guess, the former civilization, just once glorious, now it sucks. So and also decrepit and abandoned. So he wanders, and then he sort of helps out the main character, the Monkey King. So I was like, all right. And then he's just such a weird character. Like, how does this work? How do you sing with no head? How? But I guess magic. And so I tried to draw him, but I did not draw his musical instrument very well. And oh yeah, late 70s. Yeah, I'm not very specific, and I'm not geeky with movies, unfortunately, but I know they exist, and that's enough for me. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. I kind of got murky with the body proportion, so I'm thinking, because I'm not doing this as a painting, it's a little bit lackluster for me. But I can, if I do this as a painting in the near future, that would, I think, be a lot more fun, a little bit more challenging. There's a lot of little details going on, but I would definitely want to make this as a painting. And not that one. And then this one was boots. I like wearing boots, don't get me wrong, but then I was like, one boot is enough. Let's throw in kitties, and that's what I did. Then the other, this one was really, really basic, but I just like Kiroi Tori. I just felt like it was simple enough for me to try. And if there was a bread costume, I would probably wear it. I did wear a hot dog costume last year. It was my kid's costume, but it was really uncomfortable. But I was walking around as a hot dog for a good 30 minutes. I don't like spiders either, but I'm always the designated spider trapper, spider killer, and so I'm stuck around them, unfortunately. I don't like that there was one year I was bitten a lot by spiders. That was not a great year. They even bit me on the forehead. But as long as you're not on my person, as long as you are away from me, we can coexist. Otherwise, if I wake up and there's a spider on my fucking arm, I'm gonna like, wham, you're dead. Yes, that's Kiroi Tori from Real Akuma. Is it a he or a she? I think it's a he. I forgot. And then this one is Venom with the pig. Yeah, I actually like pigs a lot, but not enough for me. Like, oh, I'm going to own a pig. Pigs are eerily intelligent. They like to sneak around and steal food, and they're quite fast at running. I am not fast at running, so I don't think I can own a pig. But they're very cute. I used to work around pigs, fun fact. And so I had one of my favorite characters with a crossover with Venom. I never seen that before. Don't steal my idea. That's my idea. But it's not really my idea because they're not really my characters, but I never seen them together before, and so I made it happen. I had a commission recently, and I liked it so much, and I want to make my own version, but yeah, I got distracted with the Inktobers. So if you notice, I don't make them with like black ink. I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can. Yeah, and Venom's funny. I didn't think that far. Like, I was like, oh, evil, scary Spider-Man alien version. But I did watch the movie. He was kind of funny. So I was like, all right, you get a pass. But I'm not super big on like watching the entire Marvel Universe movies. I think ever since the first X-Men movie, I just went, I didn't care. But yeah, anyway, this is the Emerald Jade Vine from the Philippines, and this was for the theme exotic. If this ain't exotic, I don't know what is, and I don't mind it. And there's 0 now. What else is new? And so, this one I took too long because it was very detailed. But I would like this as a painting. The other thing is, I think this day I was dealing with my son's field trip stuff. What did you do to Venom? And so I was off by a day, and that set me off track already. And then I also did not like other themes. And then this was also late. This was not very good. I was not very good at drawing binoculars, but I saw a gorilla with them. I thought that was kind of funny, so I drew this guy or lady. It could be a lady. So yes. And then the next one I haven't shown yet on Instagram, but I kind of don't like it. And then I just posted this recently on this late morning. I mean early morning, like 2 a.m, of Miss Argentina from Beetlejuice. I know that she died of and so I just covered, well, she's scratching her butt, I guess, and then she has a glove. The cosplayer, this was based off a cosplayer. She had like long gloves, but it just seemed like too much red. So I just made her have like one short glove, and she's scratching her butt, or she's holding her hip, whatever floats your boat. I'm not very keen on the pose. I kind of don't, but it's a small space. So I was just trying to cram her in. But I do like that it went well with the spider webs. I just thought this was fun. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Hope it wasn't that hard of a fight. And then, that one I will save for later. So that's about it for now. I'm just glad I'm getting far in here. It's a lot easier to deal with than the classic sketchbook. It's freaking hard to get. Reach over. Yeah, so this is like the typical size, like 8.5 by 11, more or less. I don't know. I think, wait, was this cheaper than this one? I forgot, but I like that this one is more portable and I could carry it around with me, and I'm not like lugging a big thing like this. Plus, I'm always pressured to finish the pages, and I don't like that it takes me so much longer to finish. That's one of the requests. I don't like it. And so I will still go back to that bigger sketchbook, but it's going to take so much longer for me because I got things to do. What I do like that this is a lot smaller, and I can do, well, not throw it, but I got these at Japantown, and they have these really cute sketchbooks. It's $7.95. Yeah, it's a little pricey, but the quality is pretty decent. Just if you want to keep it clean, like no scuff marks, you probably have to put in like some kind of bag if you want. But I try not to get it dirty. So which is hard because artists tend to be very sloppy. I know I am. And so this one I want to save for something else. I don't know yet, but this, I love the colors. And they had like yellows and pinks. I think they had blue, I forgot. And then they had some for Studio Ghibli. And they had, what was it? They had like the covers of some of their famous movies, like I think Howl's Moving Castle was one of them. And I think Princess Mononoke, they had those two as a cover, and I think it's just like a blank pages for drawing art, I guess. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to do. I did not I want to finish a sketchbook. Fun fact, I never finished a freaking sketchbook in my entire old crusty dusty life. And so let's start small with this one. That's totally fine. Okay, so let me try to figure out what the heck do I draw paint on this pumpkin. I don't know yet. While I was doing the gesso, I had no idea what the heck I'm doing. I also thought I could paint on this, but I kind of am a little bit lazy because I have like all these like projects, and it drives me nuts. And so, the Venom one. I need to remember to keep that. What the heck is that? I should be grateful I'm getting followers at all on Instagram, but sometimes it's like they don't engage. But I also don't engage. So I'm like, okay, just stick around. Okay, so there's the max. I don't want to do that too much. There's a skull. There's a two-headed. No, I want to do that separately. 25 minutes. I've been talking a lot. I'm sorry. Spider pig. I don't know. You know what? Let's just do pumpkin faces. I can do an image actually, but I'm like very apprehensive. Because I've been doing all these drawings, I'm kind of nervous of going back to painting and then I screw up and I wasted time. So I always have those kinds of, should I do is it? Nah, I'm kind of tired of, oh, actually, I haven't done the Joker. Well, this one's kind of ugly, but I don't care. I like the art style. I feel like this kind of art style, not a lot of people like. Or there's also Mars Attacks. But that one's too small. He needs a big head. So, I am stumped. But maybe I can pick a scary one. Because I like scary things. But I know some of my followers don't like scary things on Instagram, so they get kind of upset. Like, why do you keep making scary things? Or they just don't tell me and they just don't like my stuff. And I'm like, hey, like, you don't have to, you can, well, if they don't like it, I can't force them to like my things, even though I'm very tempted to. There's Hawaiian things. I need to pick something. So, okay, so I guess I will do, there's, I don't care for aliens. The Joker, I like the art style, but not enough for me to. There's Venom again, but I already have plans for that somewhere else. It's kind of a dead giveaway. Mudong as a, I don't know yet. Wait, where's my pencil? Let's have a pencil first, you dork. How do I not have a pencil? Well, I guess here's another one. Oh, actually, let's do Cheshire Cat. Okay, I found something. Aren't y'all lucky? I've been meaning to paint Ben Drown. That's okay. Well, you know, I'm pretty okay with death thingies. I try not to accentuate that too much, especially with the internet being super sensitive about not safe for work situations. So I try to tone it down with like they're being threatened, but not enough to be like, oh, you're definitely dead, or they're already dead. But when they're drowning, I don't know. Plus, I have a fear of choking. So anyway, Cheshire Cat. All right. I mean, I could do it's okay. I like this one that I saw, but I won't. I'll try not to totally copy it just because this is for fun, okay? What people online, it's like, you're not supposed to copy, you're supposed to have original work. If you want your stuff stolen, go ahead. It's so much easier to steal your things online, you know that, right? So, at least with me, I do fan art and I try to credit. Does this one have a name? I'll try to look for it because sometimes they don't leave their name or I cannot read their signature. And then I feel bad. And then like, if you know their name, let me know, then I'll credit you. I have no problem with that. But I just like, unless this is AI, then I don't know. Because that would be a collection of arts and artist work stolen. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know. So this is for fun and practice. I left that disclaimer on my Instagram. Here, I don't remember. I don't check my profile too much. But I try my best to pick things that are fun, but at the same time, they're more in my favor. I don't really adhere to the crowd on what they like. It's not like, oh, I want to be unique. No. It's just I don't have interest. Like a lot of things are already done to death. Like what am I going to contribute to that? I got nothing. Okay, and I also don't care. What I like are characters that people don't really give a crap about. Characters that They just, oh, okay, you're there. And then they go somewhere else and go to Hello Kitty. They go to, Disney characters and stuff. Well, too bad. You know what? I'm allergic to cats, but they grew on me. Only because I can't be around them long term and I can't keep them. So I'm totally fine with that. I have a cat who lives with, I think, people who recently moved here. It's a nice cat. Very cute, but kind of moody, especially during the afternoon. But I don't blame him. Must be difficult frolicking all day and not having responsibilities. But hey, man, if I had to pick, I'd pick that life too. So originally I did not like cats, but they grew on me. But then I found out in later years I'm allergic to them after 30 to 45 minutes. Which is sad because they're quite cute. Well, except the mean ones that will, the feral mean ones. I've had a few encounters of those. Those suck. And they're scary. But other than that, if you don't like cats, that's for you. For me, they took a while, but they grew on me. However, I cannot have any cats, so I cannot be a cat lady. I'm not sure if that's bonus points or whatever, but I don't care. I like them enough to pet them when I see them outside. If they're nice, if they're mean, of course I'm going to go the other direction. Well, you're free to leave, I'm not forcing you to be here. What's your problem? You can go now. See, this is the thing about internet. People get really sensitive if you have a different opinion. And this is why probably I'm not popular, because a lot of the things I say, people don't agree with. And it's not like, oh, this is political. No, it's not. You can also leave. I'm not forcing you. Okay, so the door is virtually that way. Why are you here then? Are you okay? Is there a problem going on in your life that you can choose not to stay here? Oh, do I have the option to ban people? I am curious. Okay. I'll figure it out later. But anyway, just because people don't agree with things that you don't like does not mean you have to be mean about it. You can leave somewhere, This is a good lesson. Plus, that's kind of rich coming from someone who's asking requests for me. Okay, so anyway, what was I going to talk about? So this Cheshire cat, I did not like him in Disney. He was kind of weird looking, and I did not like the color scheme. But for some reason, the version they had in the live action, while I didn't really care for the live action, it was kind of weird. I do like the design a little bit more. It was a lot more toned down. So I'm going to draw him, whether people like it or not. Let's see here. Plus, if you're going to go report me, good luck, because I'm not monetized. That was a interesting turn of events. I'm too old to be being offended. I'm tired. And you want me to just be quiet while I just draw for the rest of the 30-so minutes? No. Go do your own live stream and do it yourself then, okay? So anyway, this one, I like the colors, so I'm going to do that. But I'm going to tweak some things here and there. I'm not going to copy every single thing. I do want the eyes a little bit bigger, the pupil things. And he's staring at you, judging you for your poor life choices. And that's not anyone particular. I just do that to mess with people. So anyway, yeah, there's a cat nearby. I like him a lot. But of course, I keep my distance. If they don't want to come over, I let them go. That's fine. But if they feel like, okay, fan service, then hey, why not? How about you draw your own then? If you like, oh, you're trying to hurt feelings, have fun with that. Draw it yourself. You don't have to have me do it for you. And why are you still here if you're complaining? You can go somewhere else. I'm not hog-tying you, making you watch it. You're free to leave. People have some nerve. Like, what are feelings at my age? Nah, I don't like that. What else was I going to talk about? I don't feel like talking about the field trip. Can I? Oh, someone is jealous. Do you got anything better to do than pick fights with people online? Apparently not. You're free to leave, you know. But if you're going to stay there and try to stir up things, it's kind of pointless. Like, everyone needs to grow up at some point. Okay, so... Oh, okay, I did that already. Oh, right. It's been hot. It's been very hot here, and a lot of people locally have been complaining. It's a constant theme, I noticed. Why are you here? Jeez, why are you crying a lot? Let's see. Oh, I don't have that. Community moderation. What's that? Oops. Reaction, pop out, send feedback. Good to know. Well, I'll learn about it later. So now I'm doing this out of spite because someone is complaining. I'll leave this here because just goes to show you people change when they find things they don't like. I have things I don't like either, but I just go somewhere else. I don't know why people don't like to do that. Like, if you don't like it, leave. Okay, so this is here. I'll look it up now. Where's my thing? Oh, here. Oops. Oh, there is a button. Okay, good. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you, Google. So because someone is being inappropriate and kind of rude, I have to do this. Wait, they don't have... Oh, are you kidding me? Interesting. Does that work? Well, if I see it come back, I'm just testing now. So this is interesting to learn. Hi. They don't, what? Really? How come they don't have? That's interesting. Please excuse me, I'm learning. Huh. They don't have that option. Let's see what this does. Okay. They don't have the option, but there's another option. And I gave the highest one because what the hell? So thankfully there was only one person causing me trouble, and it's the person who was asking me, what is it? Asking me for a request. And then because I'm drawing something they don't like, they're telling me to shut up. They're saying I draw ugly and I'm a bad artist. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're trying to hurt my feelings at like a 5th grade level? Have fun with that. But I don't like this flooding in my stuff, so I decided to get rid of it. But I looked online just now how to do it. I was like, oh, I might as well learn how. I might as well. And so I did. And I was like, they have the option to block. But I check on there. There's no option. They just have timeout. I was like, timeout? Is that for toddlers? But if the shoe fits. So I just, hey, man, you need to calm down. I already told them. You're free to leave. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Click away. That's what I do. Click away. But no, they decide to start making fun of my stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I don't want to tolerate that too long and be a doormat. So I decided to, let's see what happens. Let's do a test. What happens if there's an unruly user in the chat feed? So I looked it up. And it's not like something, oh, you're so sensitive. Like, hey, if you're just getting shut up, your stuff's ugly and it's just clogging up your feed and it's not a very welcoming sight when you come here, I have to do something about it, okay? I think if you did a live stream too and you saw someone just doing that, and I drew some things for this person, that's what I don't like, okay? And you're being really rude about it, I have reason to kick you out, okay? Be nice. People don't like the terms nice because, oh, it's very super. It's just common courtesy, okay? Be pleasant. And if you don't like it, just say, I don't like it. Like, okay, that's fine. You don't like it, but I like it. There's no problem. But if you're making it a problem, that's on you now. and I can decide whether or not I do something about it, or you just keep wailing on me about why I don't like cats. I'm like, are you serious? That's ridiculous. Do something else more productive in your life than harassing someone you don't even know. Okay. So anyway. I know, what a waste of time. It's already 42 minutes. And I was like, I learned something, so it's not a total waste of time. I learned what to do, but it's like, there's not a block option. I just thought that was very weird. Like, ew. Okay. So just because the sketch, which this person is totally wrong for, is ugly, that part's fine. I accept that. The thing is, it's not going to look the same in the end. Like, duh. So, no feelings are hurt. Don't worry. I just did not want people coming in and there's this weirdo just hounding insults at me and my work. And it's like, are you serious? You're going to do this now? You need to grow up. Grow up. So anyway, back to my thing. So I learned something, but it's not like a blocking thing. I'm like, I would like to block, but they had some, I don't know. It was a weird thing, but I learned something. So that's fine. Okay. So let me try to get some element of painting first. So there's black. Okay, so I guess now that that incident happened, I guess I should do some disclaimers. Like, if you're going to not like things, that's totally fine. You're free to leave. People do it all the time. At most, I pointed out, oh, they're gone. Then that's it. We carry on with life. Hello. But then if you choose to stay here and you don't like what I do, you're also free to leave. That's okay. That's been most of my live stream content. I'm fine with that. Okay. I banter, I joke about, oh, there's that person leaving, there's that person. Then that's it. That's the surface level of my banter towards people leaving. Because I got nothing else to talk about, okay? But then now that there's this person here who's asked me for requests. I gave them 2 requests, and they're still asking for more. And then I draw something that that this person does not like, but I like it, so I'm going to do what I want. And they don't like it. And then they start harassing me about like things, and like, what? I already gave them the option. You're free to leave. If you don't like it, it's okay. What's going on here? And then they just decide to stay and harass some more. Like, okay, this is getting stupid now. So then I have to do something about it, because it doesn't make a nice atmosphere for other people coming in, right? So it's a learning process for me. So this is a good lesson for not just me, but for other people. If you're going to come to other live streams and you're just going to cause a ruckus just because they're doing something you don't like, you're free to leave. But if you decide to harass the person, please expect some level of consequence, all right, with your actions. But I feel like with the internet, they feel like, I don't have consequences. I can do whatever I want. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So anyway, sorry about that. Well, thankfully, I did talk about a lot of the things, except maybe Black Myth Wukong. I'll talk a little bit about that before I go. I'm on this weirdo ruining my day. They did not ruin my day. Because I'm going to play after this live stream. So yeah, I've been playing Black Myth Wukong, and I'm on chapter 3, and right before I finished chapter 2, I was like, oh my gosh, finally I could get out of this damn desert. Let's go somewhere new. Right after I arrived, I was getting killed every like 2 to 5 minutes. So I was like, well, wait, let me come back to you. Let me go back to chapter 2. No, I will push forward. Don't worry about that. Oh my God, I kept dying. I already know I'm not a gamer. I am well aware of my situation, but I am stubborn. I will keep trying until there's absolutely no hope of me proceeding into the next chapter or the next boss or the next stage, what have you. I will do what I can to finish this game. And so with chapter 3, apparently there's a whole bunch more things. You have to go and find things there. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta do that now. And there was a boss in particular, the non-able. They have such weird names, but I guess that's what it was translated to from ancient Chinese or what have you. And so I tried to fight the non-able. He starts off tied. His hands are back on behind him tied, and he just gets up and starts kicking you. And I was like, oh, that's not nice. That's not very Buddhist of you. And so he starts trying to kick me. And then I beat him up, and then he has he releases his restraints, the ropes from his hands, and now he's at full strength, but he's very slow at his movement. So you have some break, but then when he connects, when he contacts with you and hits you, he takes out almost half of your damage, if not more, if you haven't raised your levels enough. And I was like, what the hell is this? What is this demonry? And so I tried to beat him, and I kept dying. Not too much, but it was to the point where it's really annoying. And I was annoyed because he's taking his sweet time, but then he keeps connecting his punches into my face, and I died a lot. So I was like, oh my gosh. And then at the same time, I did a live stream of me playing this, trying to fight this boss. And I was getting angry. Oh, no, it wasn't him. It was the dragon lady prior to this. So prior to that non-able monk Buddhist guy, there was a dragon lady, and that one also pissed me off. So the more I lose, the more I get more curse happy. And so I was stringing up a slew of curse words, and Instagram did not like that. And Instagram removed my video because I had foul and violent language. And I was like, but this is a video game. I'm not the only one who does this. But I just was staring at it and just pure disbelief. But I was like, also not surprised because internet. And so I decided to dispute that because, for starters, I'm directing my insults towards a character that does not exist. This is a fictional character, all right? And then, but they did not have a specific category for why you want to dispute this claim. But I said it was another reason, and it's basically a joke, because it is. It's not anything real. And so I submitted that, and they replied quite promptly, like maybe within an hour. And so they cleared it. But then when I tried to look for the video, it's gone. I can't find it. So I was like, where did you put it if it's they restored it. I don't know. I can't find it. Well, I mean, I could check online, but looking back, it was not that big of a deal of a live stream. It was just mostly me playing the freaking game, and then I was cursing a lot more than usual, and then that was what happened. And then I was like, okay, maybe after this, no more live streaming of me on playing games on Instagram, because they clearly like to go super monitor lizard about certain words. Like I found out you can't say loser on there. I didn't know. Okay. And then they say, are you sure you want to submit that? Because this is very harmful language. I was like, oh, okay. So weird. Like, you say words and they punish you for that. But it depends, okay? It depends on the situation. But loser, really? It's like, we would say this in like 6th grade and 5th grade. Now it's like it's like next to the F word now. Because people are saying F words left and right, but they're fine. But then you say loser, and then that's warranty to be oh, what's going on here? You know, I don't understand. This generation is so, oh boy, so weird. Should I make this? I might make this kind of a purple. I don't know yet. Okay, so I'm just getting the basic shadows down pat, and then I will try to fill it in more with color, because I'm just trying to get this out of the way, and then I will work on the color more. Yeah, that was hella weird. Like, I was even explaining, I didn't used to like cats either. But here's the thing with younger people, sometimes they don't realize you can change your mind. It's okay to change your mind. I feel like when you're online, especially, you have to be one or the other. One or the other. There's no special cases. There's no leniency to want, like, maybe there's a possibility I could change my mind. No, it's either this or this. And if you choose the other side and it's the bad side, you're the evil, disgusting person who should be canceled. Like, what? What is that? That's ridiculous. But for some reasons, I've had recent encounters with people where my opinions, they don't like them, and then they take it to such an extreme that they will decide to break off all contact with me on social media, break off every single means of contact. Like, why is it so extreme to have an opinion? And it's like, well, it depends on the opinion. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna do this now. Okay. Oh my God. If you want to know what that is, let me know in Instagram DMs. That's the only thing I'll talk about. Anyway, it's like, geez. Extreme much. I just thought it was so funny. Like, it started off like, I hate cats. And I was like, oh, I used to hate them, but I like them okay. And then they're like telling me to shut up. And what? Where is this happening? And I just thought, like, was this bizarro world? Did I step into another time zone? I'm like, no, it's just someone being weird. So I was like, okay, fine. Like, get out. Get out. You don't want to get out? I'll make you get out. Freaking lame. Okay, I'll try not to make that incident sour. Well, it already did, but I'm just explaining my portion. But that just covers it up. Okay. Yeah, the thing with art is sometimes it's not looking very promising and it's going to look ugly. I feel like people don't want work to be ugly in the entire process, which is stupid. Okay. You have to accept that at some point in your drawing process, your art process, there's going to be ugliness, whether you like it or not. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you can fix it or you can abandon it and try something else. That's fine. That's totally fine. But for some reason, people, it's either my way or you're a loser. You know, like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, like, what's going on? Why so hurt? Are you okay? And they tell you to shut up. Like, Wow. All right. Have fun with that kind of attitude for the rest of your life. Anything else worth talking about that isn't about this incident? I'm thinking. It just threw me off for a loop, all right? The Black Myth Wukong, though, yeah, I had curse words. That's my fault. But because there was no kid in the house at the time, I thought, okay, I'm fine. But apparently social media does not like that. So I was like, well, what are you talking about? You have nefarious, gross things going on in the scenes, and I can't say I don't wish someone horrible things. You can't allow that. And it's not even a real character, and you're supposed to get rid of this character anyway. Okay. Logic, I guess. Wait, who is this? Oh, someone. Okay, just checking. Anyway. 55. Okay, I should wrap things up. So I don't have that much today, but that's fine. I can do a lot more off camera, which is always the thing. I have been asking both on YouTube and Instagram whether or not I should do a project also on Livestream from start to finish. It can be a drawing. I would prefer a drawing, but if it's a painting, I need to have some prep work done prior so I can jump into, well, at least like the acrylic gesso and then a sketch. Yeah, sketch. I think that's the leeway I can allow myself. And then I just start from the pencil work to the finished result. And I think that is the best route for me with painting, because painting takes way longer than drawing. But if it's drawing, I can do like a black and white drawing. That's totally fine. So if you want me to do a live stream artwork from start to finish with leeway on painting, feel free to let me know in the comments or on Instagram DMs. Okay. Oh gosh, this paintbrush is not the best, but I don't want to use too much of my brain. I just cleaned my paintbrushes, so I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want to make them dirty again. Well, that's what you do when you paint. Oh my gosh. What else can I talk about? Okay, I have a question. So if you encounter some person who you don't even know online and they don't like your work and they tell you you're a bad artist, you don't draw good, how would you respond? I am curious if you actually have an answer. Oh, if you actually do artist things and someone you don't even know sees your work, they don't like it, or they don't like the things you draw, and then they say you're a bad artist because you don't draw what I like. How would you react to that? I am curious. I may talk about this also on Instagram because I think I have, I kind of have artist friends there, but not a lot. But I don't mind opening the conversation for that. So I'm going to take this to my advantage and use it for a topic. Instead of just like, oh, they called me a bad artist. Oh, I'm going to my cave. Like, oh my God, no. I don't have a cave. So anyway, yeah, that would be interesting to discuss. Like, what would you do if someone you don't even know online starts calling crap on your art? Like they crap all over your art just because you draw things that they don't like. How would you react to that? And then, there was someone on Threads like, if no response is the best response. I don't agree. Okay, let me backtrack a little bit. It depends on the situation and the person. If you know this person and then they have a habit of talking smack, not shutting up when they should shut up, and you tell them politely and firmly, like, I don't like what you said. You need to stop saying that stuff. And then they say, okay, I'm sorry. And then they do it again. and again, and this happens for years. I know people like this. And then you try to be the better person. You try to be quiet. You turn away. You ignore their insults, their intent of humiliating you, which has failed. And then they accuse you of things that's not correct. And it has nothing to do with the conversation. And then I feel like when you're pushed into a corner and they won't let go, you have to stand up and tell them you need to you need to watch what the hell you're saying. What are you saying here? Okay. But then if it works on that kind of person, okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. If it works, go on ahead. But if you know this person, they're super stubborn and they won't back down, and you tell them you have options to go somewhere else, but they keep getting on your case. It's like, I already gave you the option and you're not taking it. What do you want? But they want you to feel bad. Like, really? That's your solution to the problem. Just not going somewhere else to find something more entertaining. You just want to hurt people. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's crazy. Which is funny because I'm not a very mature person, but I just, you have to pick your battles and where you want to use your energy. If you're gonna deal with someone who's not going to back down and just keeps talking crap about you, you got to do something about it. Even if you gave them options, you were polite about it, you were sarcastic, passive aggressive, none of that worked, then you got to take them out somewhere. You got to go. Okay, so I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to make this more blended with the highlights on the cheekbone areas kind of things and the nose bridge. I might just leave it like that because I'm kind of tired. But I don't know yet. I'm just thinking, like, my original intent for this one was I was going to blend in these highlights because they're a bit too stark. They stand out too much. They don't adhere to like the blended rainbow thing going on. But at the same time, I got tired and lazy, I admit. But yeah, like I don't like how this looks. So I might resume doing this, but I'm not sure yet because I have like at least 10 other projects I need to keep track of. And I also have like requests from actual nice people who support me. I need to fulfill those as well. I've been like swamped with a lot of things, and there's some like not so great news on the sidelines. I will not disclose that right now. It's a bit. So yeah, despite me just doing art stuff, there's other things going on. I just don't always want to disclose it and air out my stuff all the dang time. It's like I don't have to do that. Okay, so I wonder if I sound angry when I don't know. I think because my voice is weird, and it's unusually loud for an introvert. I kind of can't tell whether or not I'm raising some volumes or because I'm rarely angry. I'll get ranty. I'll have rants. Don't get me wrong, but then it's not enough for me to like I'm angry. Yeah, I think there's a few small handfuls of times, and one time in particular in 2020 that I was angry, like genuinely peed off. But I don't like doing that. It gives me tummy aches. So I do that sparingly. And I avoid that kind of encounter as much as possible. That's the other thing. I don't want high blood pressure. I don't want to waste my time on people who are trying to make me feel bad. I don't have time for that. I got better things to do than dwell on, oh, they made me feel bad. Oh, I don't have time for that crap. Don't get me wrong. I have my feelings hurt, but at the same time, I have a short attention span. So that kind of helps. Kind of. Plus, I got better things to do. And I got actual things to do. So that kind of helps in itself. Okay, so it is already an hour. I'm going to wrap things up. And yes, I know it's ugly, but there's always room for improvement. I'm totally down for that. I kind of don't like the smile this cat has. There was another one I liked, but I need to look for it. Where is this? Maybe, nah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like the Disney version. That one's kind of cute. I like this one too, but I don't want. I want more dark stuff. So, okay, so I will have results later for this. I don't know within this week or next week, but I'll try to get something done here. And I need to go before someone wanders in. I'm like, oh, what's going on? So, what did I do today? I covered up some things that's been going on since last week. It's been hot here, but it's entering a cool down. Thank you for 40K for those who are actually nice, I guess. No, whoever's there, it's fine. I've been playing Black Myth Wukong into chapter 3. I was kind of ranting on about that, but I figured some things out. And I showed my sketchbook works in progress, as well as the the Inktobers that I kind of I'm still struggling with now, but I'm kind of sick of it. So I'm doing other things so I don't stop doing my art stuff. And then there was a person who was who gave me requests in past live streams, and I'm fine with that, but then suddenly became rude when I started drawing this cat. Yeah. Interesting day, am I right? So I'm going to end it for now. Thank you again if you actually watched this. Please excuse my rudeness if I do. I don't know. I have to rewatch this again, see what happens, and maybe I'll make a pinned comment what's going on. And then I will have some lunch and play my games until early dismissal. So thanks for having me. Sorry for the unpleasantness if you saw any. Thank you for understanding. I tried to take it as civil as possible, but this person would not relent, so I had to put a timeout. Okay, I'll shut up now. Sorry for you wandering in. I gotta go. It's been an hour. I'll see you again next week, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday. This is Delion speaking, and I'm getting on out of here. Bye-bye.